So just a disclaimer, I suck at Smash 4. I've been playing it for since the game came out, I guess, and I pre-ordered it, and I've been having fun with it. I'm just not very good at it. I'm trying to practice more. I've been to a couple tournaments, and I think my main struggle is just playing patiently because I'm so used to the aggression and fast pace of Melee, whereas this game is a lot different in what you have to do in order to win. So, just excuse the bad Smash 4 gameplay. Anyway, I'd really like to talk about Apex. And Apex is for those who don't know, is a gigantic Smash tournament mainly. There's some other side games, but it's mainly a Smash tournament. And it started in 2009. It was a brawl-focused event, but over the years it's gradually become kind of the tournament for all Smash games. And it's happening again this year, like it has every year, except for I think it didn't happen in 2011 or something. So it's been going since 2009 and has happened every year since then, except for 2011. So it's happening this year on January 29th. 30th and February 1st, and it's looking great, right? Registration just closed. We did something amazing. It's the biggest Melee tournament of all time. Smash 4 just came out, and Smash 4 is enormous already. The amount of people that are involved in it is absolutely stunning. And so the number Melee had 1,024 people as the cap for the event, and we reached it, which is absolutely fucking crazy, because the biggest event up until this point was EVO 2014, and that was amazing as well. That was 970 entrants, and now all of a sudden we've broken 1,000 for the first time. And then Smash 4, which has only been out for 4 months or whatever, has already got such a large and passionate community, and they broke 800 entrants for the first real big Smash 4 national, or rather international tournament. And it's pretty amazing, especially from I'm going to talk about mostly Smash 4 and Melee right now, and I'll go over Melee first, and why it's so amazing that we've broken this mark of 1,000 players. And I'd really like to read something that Victor Lee posted in the Melee and On Me Facebook group. His tag is Victra. He's a really cool guy from Alberta. I think he TOs, and he's a pretty active member of the Smash community, and he summed it up really well in his post on Facebook. So I'd like to read it. This is what he said. After Brawl's release, Melee scene took a huge hit. We, as a competitive community, were on the brink of extinction. In 2009, the Melee scene was brought back to life with top Melee players around the world coming together for the first time since Brawl's release with the revival of Melee, with 136 players. The resurrection of Melee continued later that year, with Genesis breaking attendance records with 290 competitors. Over 6 years later, we have sponsored players, our streams are reaching to hundreds of thousands of spectators. Our locals have grown from 10-man get-togethers to 100-man gatherings, and we've now hit over 1,000 participants for the first time with Apex 2015. Over 13 years since Melee's release, after 2 full sequels, arguably 3, played in person on a game no longer sold in stores, on an outdated system, and an even more outdated monitor, Melee continues to show that it stood the test of time. Our scene has not only survived, but flourished and grown due to our collective efforts as competitors, friends, and as a community. Started from the bottom, baby. # Melee forever. Here's to the new year. See you guys at Apex 2015. And if you're not going, then you done fucked up, yo. Victra. So that's what he said, and I think that sums it up perfectly. Melee especially, think about how old this game is now. Came out in, 2001? And now we're still playing it in 2015, and it's bigger than it's ever been before. And we've broken 1,000 entrants. We have these sponsored players, like he said, now, and people making money off of this game. We've reached a point that no one ever thought we would as a community. And I've only been involved in this for a little over a year now, But it's even in that time, like as I discover these things and meet these people, it's become so important to me, and to see the community just grow in this year, and to be to be one of those people in the era of growth. Like, I may not have been around for a while, but I'm one of the people that came in, and like along with the thousands of others that have joined the community and made it so big now, and it feels really cool to be a part of that. So it's absolutely stunning that this 13-year-old game could make such an impact, and still have so many fans and such a dedicated community, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Moving on to Smash 4, it's the new game on the block. Melee's always been the big dog, right? But, Brawl wasn't received very well, and the community is virtually dead. And to be honest, you can tell that by the Apex sign-up numbers. It's the lowest entered event, which is understandable, I think, because Brawl is probably the most similar to Smash 4, and Smash 4 kind of feels like an improved version of Brawl in a lot of ways, and I feel like a lot of people have just kind of moved on along with the influx of new players that Smash 4 has brought. It's pretty amazing to have Smash 4, this brand new game, right, to come in and to a tournament like Apex, its first, truly global tournament, and then break the 800 player mark. Like, think about how insane that is. Think about how long it took for Melee, the biggest game, to reach that 800 mark. Now, Smash 4 is there right off the bat, right? It's such a big community because of all the press surrounding Smash now, the esports, the documentary, the Nintendo getting involved with the Invitational. I just went to my second Smash 4 tournament this last weekend in Canada, and it was Smash 4 and Project M, and it was the first tournament I've ever been to that didn't have Melee at it, and I was extremely surprised by the number of players there that had just gotten into the game and were the only Smash game they played, or played in general, and definitely the only one they played competitively was Smash 4. And it's crazy to see all these new faces and the amount of people the game has brought in, and to break 800 people, like I said before, I can't reiterate enough how insane that is for your first global tournament, and your community has already managed to have that many registrants for an event. And Smash 4 is definitely going to keep growing, in my opinion. Perhaps, in my opinion, I don't think that it'll have the longevity that Melee has had, but it's definitely a big thing, and I do not think it's going to die out nearly as fast as Brawl has. If I had to give a guess, if the Smash community stays dedicated, Smash 4 can definitely be around for, the next 6-7 years, for sure. And then we look at the other games, 64, historically small numbers. It's never been a huge game, but it's a really great one. And I've met a lot of 64 players. I live in an area that has a really active 64 community, which is rare. And it's I've learned more about the game and why it's cool, and why 64 is still a cool game, even if it hasn't aged super well in a lot of ways, and even if the controller, you can't get your hands on new controllers anymore. And to see Apex 2015 be the biggest 64 tournament, I think, ever, with almost 200 entrants, is absolutely crazy. I mean, this game's even older than Melee is, and to have its biggest tournament ever in 2015, well, just look at that. And then we have Brawl, which, is probably the least favored game of the entire Smash series as a whole. And yet it's still, I think Brawl ended with 180 entrants or something. It was a little less than 64, I believe. And to have a game like that, that isn't favored by a lot of the community at large, to still get that many entrants, is pretty amazing, in my opinion. So, and it shows the strength and dedication of a lot of the Smash community, and this whole tournament really does. So yeah, I just mainly wanted to talk about that, like what an achievement this is, and the fact that, we saw so much growth last year, and yet it's still growing, and we're seeing smaller tournaments. Like just this month alone, I think in January there's been 4 Melee tournaments with over 200 entrants, which has, I don't think, ever happened before ever. There's like the only other years, Juggle Guy tweeted today, the only other years that have had that many 200-person tournaments were like 2007, I believe, with 5 200-plus tournaments, or maybe it was 2009, one of the two. And then 2014, which was just the year that finished, right, which was a huge year. And to already have January 2015 with already 4 200-plus tournaments is absolutely insane, and it's a testament to this game's growth and this game's success and the dedication of its community. And I'm not just talking about Melee on this one, I'm talking about the community as a whole, and it's really amazing to me. So I'm glad, hopefully you guys got something out of all that. I really wanted to talk about that, and especially wanted to share Victra's post in the Melee Omni Facebook group. I hope you guys have a great day, and be sure to tune into Apex 2015 because it's going to be absolutely awesome. Peace, guys.